Yesterday rolled out the new Halo Infinite store for the week where they refreshed the items in it. There we got the Mr. Chief AI bundle, which comes with Mr. Chief, a legendary AI color, the Mr. Chief charm, and some various nameplates and emblems for different things. This bundle costs $20. Rightfully so, people on social media were not too thrilled with this, as basically this is $20 just for a new AI that talks to you while you're playing the game. Sure, the AI might be sorta cool, but it was just kind of another time where 343 put these items in the store that are horribly overpriced. Along with that, you have to consider that back in Halo 5, you could buy a whole bundle of different announcers for about $5 compared to $20 for just one AI here. Now on the outside, it's hard to know how much these things sell, but I can't imagine that a bunch of people are running out to buy this Mr. Chief AI, although a ton of people did buy the cat ears last week. Prices in the store in general have been a hot topic because pretty much everything seems to be overpriced in the store. Just this week, like I said, we have the Mr. Chief AI, which is overpriced. You also have this bundle for $10, which is just a white wasp, a weapon coating for your bulldog, and then various emblems and nameplates. This one is a Warthog collection for $15. That is the color blue for your Warthog, a front bumper, and then the same coating for some other vehicles, and then emblems you can also place on them. Overall, the things in the store just seem a little bit too overpriced. Now 343 has come out and said they are looking into the pricing, but it's just one thing on the list of things that we're going to talk about in this video that 343 has been having a bad times in terms of PR with. Now another one is the weekly challenges. So at the end of the weekly challenge, if you complete them all, you get the ultimate challenge. So a few weeks ago, we did have an armor coating that was pretty cool, and let me show you guys that one real quick. So that was this armor coating here, the Willow T, which is a pretty decent armor coating. And then after that, we also had another one that was pretty good, that was a weapon coating for the sniper skin. However, besides those two ultimate rewards, the ultimate rewards have been really underwhelming, and this week again, we got another very underwhelming ultimate reward. So this week's is a backdrop for your Spartan, which if you don't know what that means, I wouldn't blame you, but basically it's the backdrop behind your nameplate if someone was to pull up your profile. So it's not completely useless, but pretty bland in terms of a weekly ultimate reward. Previous weeks was just an emblem or a nameplate that was a reused emblem or nameplate that had been used in a previous week. So overall, these ultimate rewards that are supposed to be giving us a reason to complete all our weekly challenges are just super underwhelming, because if you look here, I've already completed the battle pass, so if the ultimate reward isn't worth doing, like it's not this week, I'm just not going to bother with my challenges at all. Along with this, we also have the ongoing issue that Big Team Battle has been broken for weeks now, and since 343 is out on their winter vacation, they have not been able to properly fix Big Team Battle. Now, I'm not saying that 343 shouldn't get a break at the end of the year. A lot of people in a lot of industries do get a lot of time off toward the holidays because it's just a time when not much work gets done and a lot of people are taking time off anyways, so it makes sense to have a break around that time. However, in 343's case, when they release a game in the middle of November and it has a ton of changes and fixes that need to be made, it just feels really bad to have all these issues that we want 343 to be working on fixing, but instead of working on fixing any of them, they're off on their end of year break. It seems as if maybe it would have made more sense to release the game after the new year, but obviously I understand sales-wise and business-wise why you would release it before the holidays. Now with all these issues and many more, we still have the ongoing progression issues that people aren't a fan of, the ongoing lack of content that needs to be fixed, the customization in the game still not being a fan of many people, with the way that it locks armor coatings and you just can't pick your own colors, along with locking armor pieces into the different armor cores. All of this combined, Halo really needs to get back to it in the new year and get some positive PR and get some W's, because as it is currently, and I'm not going to be a doomsayer and say the game is dying or anything like that, but the game is losing players on Steam pretty quickly. Now obviously I don't have visibility to the Xbox numbers exactly, and I do think even on Steam it still has a healthy enough population to definitely be a playable game, but 343 needs to get back into the swing of things and start making some positive changes, or we might continue to see this downtrend in player base. Now there is one W that I think could be coming up, and that is related to matchmaking and ranked. If you've played ranked, the rank system is extremely unrewarding. it seems random at times, and even when it's not random, it's heavily KD ratio based. But even then, you can have really good games where you only rank up very little, and then you'll lose a game and you'll rank down a ton. I've seen many stories, including my own, where you can have nights where you go 10-1, 10-2, and barely move up at all in Onyx, and that just is very unrewarding and very unsatisfying. Now, Andrew Wiltz here, who is the lead multiplayer designer on Halo Infinite, replied to Flamesword the other day saying that matchmaking and rank are topics that are very high on the priority list when they get back. So hopefully they overhaul this system and make it a little bit more rewarding and a little bit more satisfying when you're playing it, because obviously when we're winning games, we want to rank up, especially for people who aren't near the top of Onyx. If you're only a 1500 or 1600 Onyx player, you shouldn't be getting 1 or 2 or 3 CSR per win. You should be able to gain a decent amount from CSR for a win and then lose a similar amount for a loss. Although there will always be outside cases where maybe you played a bunch of low rank people, so it's not going to give you much rank, or you lost a game to a bunch of higher ranked people, so maybe you aren't going to lose too much. But regardless, I hope they overhaul the system and make it a lot better than it currently is, because the rank system is very frustrating at the moment. Now, another thing that I would like to see when 343 gets back is some type of roadmap. Currently, we know that Season 2 is supposed to be coming in May, but we really don't know if any content is going to be coming between then and May, other than the Tenrai fracture that's supposed to come back, along with that other special event that has been leaked. I think a roadmap would really help the community a lot, so we can understand what 343 is prioritizing, what they're working on fixing, and what we can look forward to in the short term, along with what we might have to wait a little bit longer for in terms of features, content, fixes, etc. Anyways guys, that's going to do it for the video. I kind of just wanted to talk about this a little bit. I now stream over on YouTube, so catch me Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays live. Along with that, you can also follow me over on Twitter and Instagram. And with that said, I'll see you all next time.